Hey guys, how you doing today? I hope you guys doing well. I'm Fox Racing here. Welcome back to my channel. You guys, I just wanted to upload this video quick because the fact that one of my past video, when I uploaded one of my videos like a couple weeks ago about the stimulus check, but let's not talk about the unemployment, because unemployment is something that it's not meant and was not designed and tailored for us independent contractors, you know. But the stimulus check is something that everyone is entitled to. So as long as you're a taxpayer, you paid your taxes back in 2018 and 2019. So 2 weeks ago, I uploaded one of the videos for you guys, and I mentioned that the IRS decided to upload their website, where they added the portal for people to basically check the status on their stimulus checks. And in my video, for you guys, I was just kind of wanted to emphasize you guys, you know, make sure you file your taxes for 2019. So in order for you guys to include your bank information with your tax returns, so that way you could get your check in as direct deposit. Guys, this is not a rocket science. You know, I know you some of you guys already know this. I'm just gonna want to add things to my last video. So at this point, when in my video, I mentioned that I already filed my taxes for 2018, like I did for the past like 20 some years consecutively. I always actually filed my taxes, and I never missed a year, you know, since I was actually turned 20 years old. But with what's going on right now, obviously there's so many of us, you know, are going. So many of us are basically out of work. Some of us never decided to work because they were scared. So and that's our taxpayers' money that the government are giving us, you know what I'm saying? Even if you get this stimulus check, what are you going to do with it? You know, like I said in my previous video, you know, you're more likely going to put it back into the economy. It's going to go back into the government's pocket anyway. So what I did basically back, because the IRS delayed the tax return till July 15 instead of April 15. So basically, it makes sense that the IRS was asking people to file the taxes for 2019 in order for people to add their banking information if they never actually disclose the bank information back in 2018. So like for me, when I filed my taxes, it's always been like I wanted to get hard evidence, you know. I wanted to get paper check as evidence. I never put in my banking information, because either way, if I get back from the IRS or if I owe them, I usually wanted to get the check, you know, instead. If I owe them, basically I'm just gonna have to send them the check, and it'll be clear, and I'm gonna have sort of you know, a record of it. But since this, you know, all this things that we're going through so far now, before April 15, it was April 10th when I decided to file my own taxes for 2019, and I put in all my banking information in order for me to get that similar check and as direct deposit. So since I submitted my my 2019, I owed them, you know, a little bit of money. Basically, I usually, like I said, I break even with them, you know, since I've been driving for Uber Lyft for almost 6 years. Either I pay them a little bit or they pay me back, so I break even with them. So this time I owe them like $360 after, you know, I took out all my expenses and stuff like that. So that's basically what I owe them. So I send them the check, but the refund, so I'm gonna refund from them. It wasn't that much, probably less than $400. So I decided to add my my bank information so I could get my so they could deposit directly as direct deposit. I'm more likely they're gonna have my bank information in order for me to get my stimulus check as direct deposit. So far, you know, this like yesterday, it seems like IRS already processed my tax return, so I could see it from my bank account. They already withdrew that money that I owed them. So basically, that's when because since I decided to file my taxes back in April 10th, you know, that's when like 2 weeks later, IRS decided to add that portal where people actually, taxpayer could go and check the stimulus check. They could check the status for the stimulus check. So basically, I've been checking my status, and always I've been getting like status not available, where most people are getting that message at all time when they go trying to actually check the status, the stimulus check status. So until yesterday, when I noticed that the check was withdrawn, you know, the money that I owe to IRS, so basically they approved they processed my tax return for 2019. So I went automatically checked my status, and it says that I'm actually eligible for my stimulus check, you know. So if you guys and also I'm gonna show you a little bit, have you go through the tutorial that I did before, how to check for your stimulus check. You know, I've probably done it in my last video, but I'm gonna go again and show you guys exactly what it's like. Although like I said, you know, since I was eligible for my check, I wasn't expecting for this portal to ask me if I wanted to add my banking information, right? Because I already have it. And in the portal, you know, in this portal with the IRS, it says that, look, if you already filed your tax for 2019, and you add your banking information, so you don't need to actually go ahead and update your information unless if you never filed your taxes for 2019. So since I had that option to add my banking information, I just decided to go and add my banking information just in case. So guys, also I'm gonna have you go through that you know, thing to go through the whole thing and show you the process, just in case if you guys haven't been able to get your status on your stimulus check. And also I wanted to bring something up while I'm doing this video, because yesterday, you know, I came across some of the channels. You know, honestly, I'm so busy that I really kind of even wanted to, you know, have no chance sometimes, unless if I could get a little break, I go through some of the YouTube videos. But yesterday, most of the some of these Instacart, DoorDash, Lyft, Uber. Although I've experienced that with Lyft when my app crashed at one point. But for some reason, you know, and I've heard some other YouTubers, they've been complaining about the Instacart was crashing and stuff like that. They couldn't get any batches, whatever. I don't have an Instacart account, but obviously it's common sense. You know, this gig economy, they all look like pretty much the same. And one of my videos, like I mentioned before, that you guys know that most of these gig economy apps, you know, DoorDash, Postmate, Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, you know, you name it, they all have, you know, all these apps, they basically, without Google Map, they won't function. You know, they're trash, they're useless. You know, you take Google out of these apps and then you cannot use your app at all. So basically, guys, I just wanted to tell you the fact that if your app happen to crash, you know, there's one I'm gonna give you like two options for you, maybe to be able to reset your app, and first, before you do this, the second option, first option is trying to go through your apps and see if your Google Map it's updated. You know, basically, yeah. So I don't, you know, on my phones, I don't allow my phones to update my apps. I restrict my phones not to update my apps. I don't like to go through my apps and sift the whole through the whole thing, so I could be able to choose which app I want to update. Because obviously, if you let your phone update your apps automatically, it would just take up space from your phone. And also, you guys, obviously, because the fact that our phones, it's not like you sit in front of your computer, where your computer has like so much of, because not our computer. I mean, our phones do not don't have as much faster processor as a computer, because most iPhone, they have like one to 2 gigabit RAM, so they don't process actually information as fast as our devices at home. Like I said, this is the first option you will have to do to see if your Google Map is updated, and basically and also, like, if this doesn't work, basically what you could do is to uninstall your app and reinstall it back, and that's the only way you're gonna get rid of that problem from having your app to crash on you at all time. But basically, like I said, it's just because of Google. That's why those apps are functional. And without Google, you won't be. And like I'm saying, like, it's not Google itself; it's the location. If you turn off your location from your phone, you won't be able to use your apps. So sometimes you want to do that. Either you want to toggle on and off your airplane mode, or you could basically update your most recent apps. Or if it does not work, you could just uninstall your app and reinstall it back. And basically you'll have no problem. Like yesterday, I had a problem with Lyft, which is the first time it happened, where it was crashing. So what I did, basically, I went straight up and decided to uninstall it and reinstall it, and problem was fixed, basically. So you guys, these two things I want to cover, and you guys stick around. I'm gonna go through that IRS portal if you wanted to go through the whole thing. And also, I'm going to show you at one point through the whole process, where you could get some information, just in case, because at one point IRS will be asking you, like, if you're eligible for this check and you wanted to add your bank information, then more likely they're going to be asking you for two things from your tax forms, like for either from 2018 or for 2019 if you filed your taxes recently. Okay, guys? So you stick around, I'll go through the tutorial, all right? Hey, what's up, guys? Again, look, I went through the video. I just wanted to add this to my video just in case you guys wanted to go through this again. The only thing is I'm showing, my whatever I'm going through at this point. And I'm sure you guys, most of you guys know about this portal, so you could be able to check your stimulus check with IRS. In my video, I'm gonna link this IRS portal again in my description if you guys wanted to check it again. So obviously, in my video, I said that I initially at one point I did file my tax returns, and it kind of it makes sense, because since they want people to file 2019, so they could add their banking information. So at this point, this is the portal, what it looks like you guys already know probably. It's economic impact payment, and this is where IRS is committed to whatever. And then at the point here, filers get your payment. Here, basically, this is where you click to get information about your stimulus check. And at this point, it says check your payment status, confirm your payment, direct deposit to a check, enter your bank information, and so on and so on. Here it says update your information, update your bank account. So at that point, I've always wanted to update my account, but yet, since my IRS was never been processed at that point, I was getting that message that my status is not available, basically. And in my video, I mentioned to you guys, because I've always filed my taxes, but I always wanted to get the check from the IRS instead of having for them to withdraw my money, or me sending them the money through my checking account. So I've always I wanted to get my hard copy, like the check itself. And it says, so basically here they say if you never filed 2018-19 and you haven't sent your payment, you use the Get My Payment application to let us know where your payment you guys wanted your payment to be sent as direct deposit or a check. So at this point, you will send your payment using information from 2019. I'm gonna actually at one point show you where you could get some of this adjusted gross income. And another thing they want from you, if you're eligible to actually get this stimulus check, like I said in my video, since they accepted my tax for 2019, that's why I checked my status and yesterday, and it says that I'm eligible to get my check. I'm gonna show you the screenshot of that also. So here, basically, you go down here. This is just for people non-filers, which is I've gone through this before, my video, and here basically what you could do to check your payment, like probably more likely you people are trying to check your stimulus check. Here you say get my payment, right? And basically here you say check on the status of your economic impact payment. This application will give you information about your payment status, your payment type, whether we need more information from you, including bank account information. So like I said, I already included my information for my bank information with IRS when I filed my tax 2019 during sometime April 10th. That was before the 15th, the deadline, the normal deadline. But IRS, like I said, like you guys already know, they decided to delay the tax return until July 15th. So here, basically, what they might need from you, basically, is your tax return from 2019, if you filed the 2019 or the 2018, just in case, in order for you to update your information. So here, so this is what the reason why status gonna be payment, but obviously at this point, if it says status not available, you might not be able to know exactly what the problem is. So you say, hey, get payment, right? And this is what it says, disclaimer, basically. You can see that, and you press OK, right? And here, this is where you enter all your information, to check your status. So like I said, I've always been checking my status till yesterday when I checked it, and it says I'm eligible for my stimulus check. Here, I'm gonna show you the screenshot. I'm just gonna go through here. Show you, basically, here you gotta put your social security, your date of birth, and your address, and your postal, your zip code. So here, guys, you want to be very careful, putting all your information, especially your date of birth and your address has to correspond, with the same address that you actually using with the IRS to file your tax return, and your zip code, basically. So when you click continue, basically, right, this is what you actually more likely gonna get as basically here it will say hold on. So here it's gonna say we need more information. And this is what the screenshot I took, when I checked my status yesterday. It says that I am eligible for this payment. We do not have information to direct deposit for payment at this time. Direct deposit is the fastest way to receive your payment. So basically, I already have my information with them. So basically, this is just sort of acknowledgement that I'm eligible for my payment. And here in the bottom says, if you would prefer to receive a check or cannot provide us with this information, we will mail you the check, So at this point, since they gave me that option to enter my information, so you have to click on enter information, right? And once you click on it, basically it will ask you for two things. Basically it's obviously because they're going to ask you for your banking information, which is you need to have your routing, your bank account, pretty much, and your bank account, and your the routing for your bank account also. And also they're going to ask you for the two things, which is happen to be the two things that they want from your tax return, which is the AGI, which is the adjusted gross income from 2018 or 2019, and also they want the amount that you owe to IRS, or the amount that you get in as a refund. So in my case, I got I'm getting refund, and I'm getting also at the same time some money back from IRS. So I owe IRS, and I get some from IRS. So they ask you choose either one of them. You could either choose you want to put the amount of money, the amount that you owe to IRS, or you could either choose to put the amount of money that you getting as a refund. So in my case, because they already actually process my information, and they already withdraw my money from my account, for the money that I owe to IRS. So I just put in the amount that I owe, right? And this is pretty much what you do when they ask you for adjusted gross income. This is what you basically gonna get your adjusted gross income. You're more likely wanted to get it from. I'll show you here. I got. I'm gonna just show you the. Basically where you could get that information right here, if you bear with me a second. So when they ask you for your adjusted gross income, you will need to get it from here basically. This yeah, well, let's go, because first they're going to ask you for adjusted gross income, so you need to get it from here. You see what it says, adjusted gross income, right there, and it's a line 8B on your tax form, because we're independent contractors, we file a Schedule C, so it will be 8B right there. You see, that's what I made basically for last, although because obviously you're claiming expenses, and that's pretty much the adjusted gross income that you need to add to your information in order for IRS to send you a direct deposit. And also they're gonna ask you for your money that you owe. Since I owe money and you already withdrew that money from my bank account, although I'm getting a refund anyway, so what I did basically is I put in the money I owed to them, which is basically was less than $400 right there. You can see it, and it's a line 23. So the money that you owe them is 23, and I think if you decided to put the refund as an amount, if you decided to choose the refund, if you're getting a refund from IRS, so you will probably more likely need to go to line 21 somewhere. But it will tell you at one point when you enter your information. It'll tell you exactly where you get it, for what part of tax form you're supposed to go and get it. So at this point, I just put the amount that I owe, right? And I put in my just gross income, and I actually decided to put, and I put in the, and I did put in also the beside the money that I owe, you have to put your banking information, and it will say continue, and that's how you submit your information, and more like and eventually you should have no problem getting your check as direct deposit, and that way IRS would have all your banking information, just in case if you never disclose your information for 2019 and 2018. So you guys, I hope this little tutorial helped you a little bit. And that's pretty much what I have for you today, buddies. So you guys take care, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.